This year, 24 million people tuned in to watch the final between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the South Carolina Gamecocks. This is by far the biggest crowd the WNBA has ever attracted. The reason? Caitlin Clark. The rising WNBA superstar has been in the spotlights for the last few weeks, not only because of her beauty, but because of her phenomenal play style. She can shoot from almost everywhere, while also giving record-breaking assists. But not everyone is happy with all this attention for Caitlin Clark.
We talk about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one.
A lot of WNBA players and legends have already shown their criticism for the rising superstar. On the other hand, a lot of NBA players seem to realize this young phenomenon is simply reshaping women's basketball. Let's hear what they have to say.
To her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever?
Well,
I don't know about you.
Ever.
Clark is combining skill with talent and passion, and what is more, she is a beast in the game.
She got into foul trouble against Michigan, fouled out.
Clark,
yeah.
Off to a
3.
Both teams have it.
Come on, Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Come on. And look.
Shelley almost got the steal. How about Clark?
Yeah.
She is so
Deep. Pause.
Finally, people are watching the WNBA. They are buying merchandise and streaming games. They are joining in on conversations and cheering for these women. The attention they have all been waiting for is here. And if you still don't believe she is a superstar, listen to what LeBron James has to say.
Caitlin Clark, don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go, have fun, enjoy.
Naturally, the women of the WNBA should love Caitlin Clark so much for this. Well, they don't.
good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
What about Sheryl Swoopes, 3-time MVP, 3 times Defensive Player of the Year, and 4-time WNBA champion? She must see a star in Clark, right?
Oh, you trying to come take my job? Like, nah, it's not gonna be that easy. So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not.
A lot of people have argued that Sheryl's words were taken out of context. They claim Sheryl was trying to give her junior champion a heads up on what is to come. Well, if that is true, what will we say about this?
You asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record.
Sheryl soon came to regret her words as people came out to prove everything she said was hogwash. To make it even more interesting, Caitlin's biggest rival, Angel Reese, also took a jab at her famous rival. She made it clear in an interview that the attention the league was enjoying was also because of her, and not just one person. But why is this happening? Why are the women in the league not celebrating a rising star? Well, some of these women believe all of this is happening simply because of her race, and not because she is anything special. The MVP, A'ja Wilson, said as much. In response to the reason why Clark is being marketed more than other players in the league, Wilson was quoted as saying that, "It boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is." This opinion is not just popular with women in the league. Some men and women outside the league have said as much. For example, The View's host, Sunny Hostin, also points to Caitlin Clark's white privilege.
Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive.
A sports commentator, Jamila Hill, has also complained that Clark's race and her sexuality played a role in her popularity, and that she's symptomatic of how black players are erased. If Caitlin Clark was not this talented, no one would simply know her name. Clark is popular because of her ability to make long-distance throws and her extraordinary pass-making skills that make her. But if this is true and Clark is only getting all of this attention because of her race, what about the other white girls in the league? Why are they not signing deals too? And talking about deals, Clark has been raking in a lot of them. One of her biggest deals is with Nike, where she signed a deal for $28 million. She's also to receive a signature shoe from the shoe brand. After this deal became popular, columnist Jamila Hill ripped the brand for not offering A'ja Wilson one too, saying she deserved it too. Even with all the hate, Clark has been raking in a lot of love, but they come mainly from the men of the NBA. Stephen Smith said he hasn't seen a woman in college basketball that shoot like Clark.
I think that she's elevating the profile of women's sports in a way that most women should deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate. She's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal shooter. I call her the Steph Curry of women's basketball.
Well, Charles Barkley might have taken his support too far. Barkley, speaking on TNT ahead of Wednesday's Game 1 of the NBA Western Conference Finals, seemingly targeted WNBA players for their treatment of Clark.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table, but y'all being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
Well, they're gonna hate.
Caitlin Clark's rise in women's basketball has brought both excitement and controversy. Her amazing shooting and passing skills have drawn huge crowds and praise from NBA stars like LeBron James and Charles Barkley, who admire her talent and impact on the sport. Yet, not everyone in the WNBA is happy. Some players and legends, like Cheryl Swoops and A'ja Wilson, feel that Clark's success is partly due to her race, sparking a debate about privilege in sports. Critics like Jamila Hill and Sunny Hostin also believe her popularity is influenced by factors beyond her skill. Despite the mixed feelings, Clark's influence is clear. Her rivalry with Angel Reese has made the games even more exciting. As she continues to excel, the WNBA is gaining more fans and viewers.